All right, welcome back. Let's talk about Diddy story. Puff Diddy, Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Diddy, PD, aka PD, who has a case that's been brought against him by the federal government of the United States of America. All right, but in this story, we're going to talk about why love becomes a prison. Cassie and Diddy exposed. All right, we're going to talk about that. So somebody left a comment. We've been covering it. I try to catch up with some of them, but I've been following it. I'll bring you a little bit up to speed on this particular session. But somebody left. So if he, again, he's going. There's a trial is going on right now. The trial basically they have charges of racketeering against him. They have sex trafficking, what else, a RICO, okay, a RICO, meaning enterprise criminal behaviors, over several years, okay. So they're going through that right now. Cassie, the ex-girlfriend for years, who had already won a lawsuit for $20 million, who she was settled in 24 hours. She also won additional $10 million through the hotel. Cassie was also, Cassie was a star test, a star, what do you call it, a star witness in the. Today they've had Kid Cudi, they've had a few people, they've had his ex bodyguard and things like that. But why am I covering this today? I'll bring you up to speed with other stuff later on. But somebody left a comment, and I thought we should talk about the comment. All right. The first comment that I saw. Okay. All right. Here we go. The person said, "One thing I have come to understand in this Diddy versus Feds and Cassie case is a lot of people, especially the men, are trying to slut shame Cassie and make it look like she wasn't hurt or that she wanted it. She was just 18 when she got into a crowdship disguised as relationship." All right. So unfortunately, you're gonna have more than enough people hold her accountable for her decisions as an adult. Even though, as normal people, when we bring in morals to it, we feel differently, right? So she, unfortunately, that in a society, there's a number where you cut off, you become an adult, and or you're a child. Well, when you're 18, you're an adult, and she was making decisions, and she's made those decisions for more than a decade now on a consistent basis. It doesn't mean she wasn't a victim, right? In the same token, as much as they want to hold her accountable and she should be prepared for that, men should also know that they don't have the luxury of saying, "I will hold you accountable." You can go to jail for the rest of your life for messing with the wrong people or victimizing people, even when they're adults. So that's something that men should pick up from this. So she was just 18 when she got into the crowd. Okay, she even fell in love with Diddy at a point, according to her. And that's how it is for most women in an abusive relationship. "I wish I can use voice note. This clowns treat you well and make you fall for them from the start." See that statement right there? That statement lacks accountability. They treat you well and you fall for them, not make you fall for them. When you say make you fall for them, that's that's lacking accountability, right? But again, I'm telling the men they don't have the luxury to talk at a victim the way I'm saying it right now. They don't have that and they shouldn't count on it. And they should move like people who have a lot of power in society. When you're a man, you will be accountable to a lot more when it comes to this kind of stuff. And that's just the reality. And as a man, you're supposed to know or operate from a place of reality and don't confuse it with emotions. Because a lot of men are operating from a place of emotions and calling it logic. There's a lot of confusion everywhere. But when you say make you fall for them, is let me guess, we're about to go into love bombing. Somebody love bombing, but you took the gift. There's problems with that, and you're gonna see those problems show up more and more because you see that men are starting to say, "We're not gonna just accept." I don't think it's gonna be sustainable because the society of men, women, and children, men are still gonna have to be accountable for the safety or security of everybody. It's just what it is, right? And you should be because when you were in love with the girl, you are accountable. So you should stay accountable. Anyway, I'm still reading the comments. Let's go here. So Daddy, somebody, okay. So Daddy Freeze was involved in this, I guess. So Daddy Freeze is just speaking from his feelings, no critical thought or analysis or even experience. Okay. I feel like Diddy might win the case, or at least change the narrative around the Cassie story. But all these people that are saying, and I quote, "I am not saying he's a good man." Oh, especially those men and boys with diddler tendencies. Lobaton, who are these people you're talking about? Give us names. I'm just one thing to tell. I have just one thing to tell you. Holy Weird is demonic. That's Hollywood, right? It's demonic, corrupt, full of evil deeds and abuse. A lot of them fellow celebs and some outsiders have confirmed going to a freak off ritual party, witnessing it, transporting. So what's transported, like sex trafficking? So no matter what you say about Cassie, the world already know many things about what's happening in Hollywood, and some celebs have confirmed it too. So believe Cassie or not, we already know a lot is going on there, even more than what is being recounted in court. And to a whole lot of people out there, Diddy and a lot of powerful people, celebs, are all guilty diddler. I heard that Diddy himself is also a victim. Think about that, right? So we don't get to say people make us do stuff. Not in reality, but men especially, you don't get to say that. You're responsible for your actions and your reactions, okay? So it said there's a lot of diddler folks and the world would never look at them the same again. See, when there's a lot of money that seems to be easy, yeah, people will misbehave. That's how I see Hollywood, or whatever you want to call it. I see it as it's a lot of money, a lot of windfall, too much money way too fast for a lot of young people that build up bad habits when their frontal lobe is not yet developed, right? And so they develop all these bad habits and they continue to give them all this money. Who gave them money? Us. We paid for the entertainment. So they become, a few of them, a few percentage, of course, they become very super powerful over time, and then they don't know what to do with themselves, So we're not responsible for the action. We didn't make them do anything. But I agree with you. Hollywood is weird, but I think it should be expected, okay? Because also, one of the ways they entice people into that world. So that's why I said that in that last video. You have to train your kids. Make sure you help your kids develop character so that nobody can deceive them with money or sex, okay? Keep in mind what I just said. Men can be deceived with sex. Women can be deceived with money. Okay, and they are very easy things to deceive people with, and it's at different layers. So you might be like, I'm not like Diddy. Well, it's at different layers. Some of you are looking for marriage and you can be deceived with marriage. Some men are looking for just their next livelihood, just their next bread and butter, and they can be deceived with that too. So how do you defend against all of this? Character. Help your children build character. Help them build character. Help them build intrinsic value beyond just money and sex. If you do that, I think they'll be equipped with enough to sustain, to build in this world. Hi Chidima, why are you greeting Prestige family? It's only me and you here. Okay, me and you are family. Welcome. Good to see you, Chidima. All right, so character. Help your children build character so that they don't get swayed away by the love of sex and money. When I say that, you have to broaden it. It's not just that you like sex. You don't have to be a freak off before they can still sway you away by the idea of relationship. Why is relationship such a hot topic? Because people are obsessed with it. Okay, and if you're going to do it right, you're gonna have to build character. You need to be stronger than surface level rhetoric. All right, you're gonna have to be stronger than surface level rhetoric. All right. That's we're gonna move on. We have some other stories to cover. Let me see here. Yep, we got some other stories to cover. And hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. I will be right back.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One loving up, we done enough.